Good morning. Wow, it's been a while since I've actually videoed myself because I uploaded the hang gliding thing, and you know how long that took me to upload. And yeah, so I've had a really nice kind of week off. I've still been doing stuff, but just kind of taking it easy. Yesterday I went to Joy's and we figured out how to order groceries online from Target for her. So now she can shop at Target from her home. And so, and it helps me because then I don't have to go grocery shopping, and then she gets to pick whatever she wants and she can shop at any time. And she feels more independent. I know she feels like sometimes she's a burden on us, and she is totally not, but I get how it is. And so, yeah, so that's nice. And then, yeah, nothing really to update you on. So today, it's warm outside and I have all the windows closed, so because I'm on a busy street. So, and thanks for the comments. It's funny reading the comments on the hang gliding thing, because some people are like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that it was like that. Glad you're safe and totally safe, totally fine. And it's funny because somebody said it was more suspenseful than the shooting of JR, and that music worked perfectly in that segment or sequence, they call it, I think, of the lead up to what happened. And yeah, I was baffled that it just works so well. So I was being dramatic playing that because it did kind of heighten the mood. But yeah, I thought it was kind of funny, actually. But all is well. I am good. No harm, no foul. But yeah, so I wanted to tell you too. So I am going to I just feel like doing something that's really nice here. And I'm going to go to a beekeeper place. Oh, they don't know I'm coming. I don't know if I can go look around, or I think I know I can buy honey there. But we'll see, because I'm really into the pollinators now. And speaking of that, I reached out to Be Kind. If you've been following me for a while, they reached out to me quite a while ago to collaborate. And I love their jewelry. I got this from them and I haven't taken it off since I've gotten it. It's a sunflower and I get compliments all the time. Actually, I'm at SA right now. I just got my coffee. And there was a girl just the other day that said, oh, I love your necklace. Where'd you get it? And so, yeah, so I actually reached out to them because I said, I am really, getting into this, and just realized that the monarchs are on the endangered species list. And, I was talking to somebody about this, and they said, did you notice that, when was the last time you saw a ladybug? And I'm like, oh my gosh, we used to see ladybugs all the time. And remember, you used to say like how many dots were on its back, like that's how old it was or something. I don't know if that's a myth or it was true, but I'm sure somebody will tell me. But yeah, I can't remember the last time I saw a ladybug. And it's just really, I don't know, sad. And so I don't know if I can do anything to help. I definitely want to do it. And I love the jewelry. I know you guys did too. So I reached out to them and I said, hey, do you want to collaborate again? And they're like, yes. And so they're sending me a couple pieces, and I think I might do a giveaway with some of them. And then, oh, sorry, I gotta drink my coffee there. And yeah, I just am gonna try and learn more as I go, and then just pass that on to you, so too. Okay, it's getting hot in here. I'm gonna turn that on, and let's go to the beekeeper place. All right, come on, let's go. Get in the back seat, all of you. Go to the bathroom first if you need to. Chuck's not back there, but I wonder if Chuck is lonely. Okay, squirrel. This all worked out perfectly. My sister and brother-in-law, they went on a vacation. They went on an Alaskan cruise, and so I brought my van in to get the window fixed and the generator, and then I get to stay at my sister and brother-in-law's house till the 30th. And so then that's getting fixed, and then I'm driving my car. So I couldn't have planned this any better. All right, enough about that. Let's go see the bees. Bzz, 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 bzz. Well, you know, we're out in the middle of nowhere, and we're actually not. It's only 20 minutes from where I just was at the gas station. But this place is called Misbehavin'. So just thought I'd show you the road I have to drive down. Well, that was disappointing. It was bees or bust, and it was a bust. So it had the address, and I went there, and you know how you like MapQuest something, and then it's like, oh, your destination's on your left. But I don't see any bee signs or anything. Like, there was nothing. It was just some random houses. And so I went past it, rechecked the address, and then re-Googled it again and went back. And I'm even like looking for beehives around there. Any sign of it being a bee place? Not a one. Not a one. And then the other two bee places, I don't think you could visit them. You just had to call them, and I think you could, because they sell bees and they sell honey and they manufacture it, so they can put a label on it for you and stuff. But so I think that's all online. But yeah, it was no bees. It was just a bus. But guess what we have? The Google. That's what we have. The Google. And so I wrote down some notes here. Look at this. You know, as a paralegal for 35 years, right? I like to do research. And I'm outside in my sister and brother-in-law's yard. And since we are talking about the pollinators, you know, I am actually gonna show you around their house. It's so beautiful. They bought it like 15 years ago, and it was like dilapidated, and they have redone everything in here, and it's amazing. And they plan on selling it in like a year or so, and downsizing. But anyway, let's get to the pollinators first. So I went on the Google, and I got me some facts about the pollinators. So I guess it wasn't a bust then. The misbehaving was a bust, but not the research or the facts. Sorry, by a busy street. So globally, pollinators are in decline. And so that's the monarchs, the bees, and also the ladybugs. I told you we were talking about the ladybugs. And the ladybugs are in decline because of the exact same things as I'm going to talk about here. So in the U.S., beekeepers have lost approximately 30% of their colonies every year since 2006, with total annual losses sometimes reaching as high as 42%. So if you're a beekeeper, that's almost half of your bees, of your income, of your workers. Why are we losing pollinators? The chief causes for pollinator habitat loss are agriculture, mining, and human development. Alternate land uses may not provide overwintering, foraging, and nesting sites for pollinators that have specific habitat needs. Also, pollution, including pesticides and climate change. You know, that's another thing. I think too, you know, even just with making more food, how, you know, they cropped us with the pesticides. And listen, I'm no farmer, and you have to do what you have to do, I guess, to make, you know, your living. And I get that. But, and, you know, injecting like cattle with like steroids and stuff so that we can have more of it. Listen, I'm no expert, so just take this for what it's worth as far as that goes. But like I'm saying, I know that to grow more crops or to get rid of the pesticides that eat the crops, that's what they have to do sometimes. Or they can use an alternative. And I would assume the alternative, which is healthier, is probably usually more expensive. And as the world goes round. The most pressing threats to long-term bee survival include climate change, habitat loss and fragmentation, invasive plants and bees, low genetic diversity, pathogens spread by commercially managed bees, and pesticides. And again, that's for like all the pollinators too. And I found this interesting because, and this is from 2022 in Canada. It was in an April issue, the Canada News. A tiny parasite mite called Varroa destructor, which I think that's funny because a mite's like this big, and that is a destructor, is being blamed for significant honeybee colony losses in Ontario that may be devastating for beekeepers this spring, possibly even impacting pollination services to orchards in provinces like Quebec and New Brunswick. And then on that same note, I ran across this. And so this is for from July 3rd, 2022. So not too long ago. Why is Australia killing bees? Australia is exterminating tens of millions of bees in a bid to ward off a Varroa mite plague. I think what's come to bother me because I'm talking about it. This little gnat like keeps, anyway. At least 600 hives containing 30,000 bees each have been destroyed. The New York Times reported Varroa mites have been blamed on falling honeybee population worldwide. So I'm like, well, what the heck, is a Varroa mite and a Varroa destructor? So they're tiny red-brown external parasites of honeybees. Although Varroa mites can feed and live on adult honeybees, they mainly feed and reproduce on larvae and pupae, I should know this from science, in the developing brood, causing malformation and weakening of honeybees as well as transmitting numerous viruses. Colonies with low infestation generally show very few symptoms. However, as the mite population increases, symptoms become more apparent. Heavy Varroa mite infestations can build up in 3 to 4 years and cause scattered brood, crippled and crawling honeybees, impaired flight performance, a lower rate of return to the colony after foraging, and reduced lifespan and a significantly reduced weight of worker bees. Colony symptoms, commonly called parasite mite syndrome, include an abnormal brood pattern, sunken and chewed cappings, and larvae slumped in the bottom or side of the cell. This ultimately causes a reduction in the honeybee population, supersedure of queen bees, and eventual colony breakdown and death. So that sounds awful. So it's like a slow destruction of the colony. And then I looked up the monarch disappearance. Boy, have I been a busy bee today. Just doing research here. So why have monarchs disappeared? And we found out that they're on the endangered species list. And so because of the disappearance of milkweed in North America, monarchs rely on the plant as a host for their caterpillars. Milkweed disappeared rapidly in the late 1990s after farmers started planting herbicide-tolerant crops in the upper Midwest, where studies have shown that more monarchs were produced per acre than in other habitats. Researchers pointed to the sharp decline as being linked to the loss of the plant. Okay, well, there we know the reasons why. And then I'm like, well, what can we do to help ourselves? And I'm gonna put this link below. It's a blog. It's 10 ways that you can help, because then there's links to other things that I'm gonna talk about here. And you can read more about each of these to do. But what can you do? 10 ways. Become a wildlife gardener. Plant natives, give bees nesting places, avoid pesticides, plant milkweed. It's weird, I never thought about looking at milkweed before, and when I was driving back from the bee place, I was on the freeway, and right in the middle of the freeway, right on the side next to the tar, whatever, there was one milkweed plant, and I noticed it, and I just smiled, because it's something I wouldn't notice before. Adopt a monarch, and I know one of you, Rita, is it you, wrote me and said that you've adopted 2 monarchs and you named them. And so you can adopt a monarch, and your purchase goes immediately to support the National Wildlife Federation's work to protect all of them. So, and I'll leave the link down below on where you can adopt monarch. Protect grasslands. 8, join the National Wildlife Affiliate efforts in your state. 9, post a yard sign. And so I thought this was neat. You can go read it. But so if you make a garden for your pollinators, you can write them and they send you this really beautiful sign. You certify it with them and you get this beautiful sign that said you're part of the National Wildlife Federation pollinating people. So yeah, and it's a really beautiful sign too. And 10, spread the word on social media. So that's what I'm trying to do. Like I said, just kind of fell into this. How did we start this? How did I start? I get into something and then I forget why I become so passionate about it. But now knowing all this, I'm very passionate about it. And so I'll continue doing research or helping any way I can. Like I said, the Be Kind people are sending me some more jewelry. And so I'll be doing a giveaway and I show you all that. And you can help by buying the Be Kind jewelry. And then last time they gave me a code for 10% off. So I'm sure they'll have another one this time. So I'll post that separate once I get it. But I was going to ask too. So I'm going to do Sober September. Does anybody want to do it with me? I thought I'd just offer. I'm going to do it anyway. And so it's kind of nice sometimes to have somebody to do it with or, see how you're doing. I actually haven't drank for 2 weeks anyway because of my surgery. And I've been on some good pills, although I'm not taking anything anymore. And I don't think I'm going to drink through the rest of August and then through September. But let me know. The summer I was stressed and, I was at the bar a lot and, I just feel like, I feel so good when I don't drink, even if I have a couple drinks. I always feel foggy headed in the morning. I'm a lightweight. So, I thought I'd do Sober September. So let me know if you want to do that with me. So let me give you a quick tour of my sister and brother-in-law's house. First, I'll give you a quick tour of the outside and then we'll go inside. Okay? Okay. All right, here's the backyard, and you should have seen this was all grown in and stuff. They cleared everything, and here's the back part, but you see up there, that was Joy's apartment. And maybe I'll walk up and show you Joy's apartment. Oh, you saw Joy's apartment. But see, it's attached to the house, and then there's a breezeway right there, and you can see why they might find a bear back here. It's pretty secluded. They have a granddaughter who's 3, and my sister loves to plant, and so I'll show you the front yard when I get to the other side of the house. So you can see I'm kind of living in the lap of luxury here, and Sandy loves to decorate. Me, her, and my mom love to decorate. So this is just like a sun porch, and I think they added this on. I love the ceilings, and I just had to water the plants. Wouldn't this be, well, it's lovely to come have coffee. I haven't yet, but I will. I'm here till the 30th, so. And then we're gonna come inside here, and it's also so quiet when you're inside. But this time I don't have to whisper. So there's that. And isn't that beautiful? Oh, and I'll show you too. So this is the original wood that they had. And you see those ties in it, and they had it redone. So I'm gonna stand back a little bit so you can see. Oh, there, focused. So yeah, you walk up these stairs. And I mean, I can't even tell you, this was a whole different house. They knocked that ceiling out there and brought it up to the top. And look at it, and they put windows in there. And so, her and my mom love copper. I think she got those from my mom, actually. And so, yep. So bring you down there. And so she just finds stuff, well, kind of like me. I don't know. I get something in my head. It's kind of like with makeup. And I just I know what I'm searching for. I know when I find it. So that's their dining room. They love art too. And so the copper theme, the little bar with the wine. Back here, it's like a little office with their desk. Sorry, it's not focusing. There we go. Desk, TV, stuff like that. Okay. And I mean, this is a bigger tour than, oh, you know what? Let's go in here. So this is the bathroom here. Oh, and I'll show you too this tile. Or no, it's not tile, it's wood. Isn't that beautiful? And so there's like just a side bathroom. Again, it's not focusing. There we go. Their granddaughter, they have her like, I don't know, every once in a while to stay over. And sorry, I was taking a nap in the bed. So that's beautiful. But what I want to show you too, they have a, I don't know why it's not focusing. So look at that bathtub, and then they have a walk-in closet here. I won't show you too much of it, but Sandy's always well put together, so. But look at that claw tub. It's funny, I used to love to take baths, and I just don't anymore. So, isn't that pretty? And then they have a bathroom in here, and she actually bought Danny a bidet. Now, why isn't this? I don't know. Okay, I restarted the video because I don't know, it was, and then this, ooh, is a shower. It's a walk-in shower. And when I'm telling you like this, what this was when they bought it, I mean, it could have probably been demolished. There were, the people who lived in it hadn't done anything to it, plus they smoked, and so everything smelled. Isn't that pretty? Okay. I don't want to make this too long, but it's kind of nice to sleep in a big bed. I should have slept in here. I would have been fine. Been like being in the van. Okay, so here's the kitchen. We'll come in here. It might be a little messy because I've been in here working on my computer. But, yeah. Love those two chairs over there. Oh, and I want to show you. This is like, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That originally was in here, and then they like redid it to make it look pretty like that. And so here, so you go down this breezeway here, and then up those steps, and that goes to Joy's apartment. So yeah, beautiful. I love all the light in here. I have to have windows and light. So then here's like the living room. And then I'm gonna take you up the steps. And these, so I slept upstairs the first couple days. And so here's the bedroom. Oh, good. I remember I made the bed today here and cleaned up some bit. And they made a walkout patio there. So, closet. And then bathroom. This is where I've been taking my showers. And it has a window. And so that's what looks over downstairs that I showed you those windows. And then there's another room. And this is like, I don't know, a little office something. And again, oh, I'll show you out the front. They have a trellis. And they have those beautiful trees. So I'll take you downstairs now. Okay, I'm down where that's where you go up to Joy's apartment. And the light went on. And then come out here. There's a little thing. Look at how beautiful these are. I was gonna cut some and bring them to Joy tomorrow. And Sandy helps with the pollinators. Look at all that. And this, I don't know what kind of tree this is, but isn't that amazing? They're so beautiful. Can you hear the crickets? And so, yeah, there's the garage, Mom's house. And this was all dirt, and they just had it all paved. So you can imagine how much that was, but that was kind of like the last thing. And that's the driveway. So nobody even knows you're back here, except for the bears. I'm gonna let you go here. I'll turn this around so you can enjoy the beautiful trees. So, you, go out and make an adventure, no matter how big or how small. You don't have to sell everything and move into a van. You know why? I've done that. But I love it. And it's nice to stay here, believe me, it's really nice, but I am looking forward to getting back in the van. And go call someone you love, and don't forget to tell them, as Joy says, tell them that you love them. And don't you dare forget your magic. And help the pollinators. All right, I will see you in the next one.